Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play a Spaceblock. Our little uranium maker has been over here making uranium for a little while. We have 528 of the uranium-238, and we've already made 6 of the 235 through this setup. I let it run for a little while with the game speed bumped up a little bit. But what's interesting to me is this one has been running at about the same. We've got 528, very close to running the same amount of uranium through it, and we don't have any of the 235 at all, which is interesting to me. Very interesting. I'm tempted. I'm wondering if something during an update or something like that kind of messed up the recipe. I don't even remember if we were doing this before the update. No, it would have been right after the update, because that's when we started making this, so it can't be that. I don't know. I'm tempted to reset the recipes and maybe pick them up and put them back down again. But I'm also, at the same time, kind of intrigued as to why this one isn't pumping out any of the 235. Huh. Anyhow, there were some mistakes that were done over here. To answer your question, Cornosian, it was about 10 seconds after I ended the last video is when I realized that these outputs, both outputs on these are used. We learned that a couple of episodes ago. But it seems to be working at a good rate. The solid fuel maker here did not work out. It was backing up a little bit too much with light oil. Now we don't have any at all. It'd be nice if there was a way to switch recipes in a machine. I think there's a mod that you can do that. But this is fine. This is okay. Everything's been running here at a pretty consistent rate, and we're producing it at a rate where everybody's happy. These guys are running most of the time, and we're producing that stuff. That's all that matters. But we're still quite a ways off. I mean, we could make some nuclear fuel and we'd probably be okay. But I also got to thinking, while I was letting time go by, is that we have a lot of space down here that we could use to make coal makers. And this is basically enough coal makers to fill 1.8, a little over 1.8 yellow belts. Which by a staggering coincidence is enough for us to actually run another line of these. So I thought I would go ahead and set that up. Let's see, you are splitting off a yellow belt there. That is fine. I want to make this red. Because reasons. And let's see, let's go ahead and split that off. And then I think we can take yellow on down here, and instead of making that a solid fuel line, we'll make that our coal line. We don't need one of those. Just go in there, man. All right, and then that would make this one split off, and this would come down here and feed this one, and this is a new one that I just put in. So that's ready to go. And I was curious if we could do what we did. I mean, I guess this is a Factorio thing, but this is something you can do in Seablock. Is once you lay the water fill down, you can lay the landfill down on top of it. And yeah, it's now called a water well pump, as opposed to just an offshore pump, because we filled in all the water. It is all gone, and. A little bit of a weird graphic thing going on there. Okay, I'm looking at you. All right, but that should get all those guys going, and that should be enough to supply all of those guys, and that should be enough where we can go ahead and turn our science production back on, which is yeah, something that I want to do. I need to go up here and double check our machines just to make sure they're all flowing. That was a power outage and not a power brownout. So I think all these machines should be good. I'm going to go around and check them, and we'll roll the intro, and I'll see you on the other side where I guess it's time to start making some yellow science. All right, we are making some yellow science, which is not under the science beaker. It's under this one. I always get confused by that. And we want 45 of those per minute. Very good. Okay, we're going to need 7 machines making those. We are going to need the low-density structures, blue circuits, as well as flying robot frames, which we already have a little bit of experience with. Let's see, taking this backwards, you are going to require engines, which require the green circuits, and you require gears and stuff. You just iron, that's plastic. We will need plastic for those, but nothing else up here is tricky. No, okay, so we'll go ahead and click the reds, click the greens. That should be all of our wire. Is that right? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, I guess so. Let's see, batteries for raw materials. We already got the red circuits. We already got the green circuits. We got everything? Okay, pipes, gears, steel. And then I believe that is it, other than copper and iron. So this is what we're looking at here. What did we leave out? We left out plastic, as well as sulfuric acid. Which also requires iron. I don't think that adjusts that number. I think you actually have to move it up. And how do we move it up? Shift left click. No, that's moved down. Control left click. There we go. We want that one above the iron so that calculates in. All right, and fluids, I'll just cheat that and look at the Kirk McDonald calculator, because I still haven't figured out how to balance all that out in here yet. I guess we could use math. All right, so let's look here. 7 of those, 7 of those. That's interesting. 7 of those, also interesting. 7, 7, and 7. Let's see. The space thing is one of those things that doesn't really apply anymore, but we'll do it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 was what we were leaving. And we did that off of this side. I'm gonna plonk this down quite a bit because I know we're going to use a lot of space. All right, so let's see. We do have some machines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7 and 7. Oh, that was too far. And this is the max distance. They can be apart and still do a little bit of direct insertion. So well, let's explore this idea first. I was having another idea. I've got too many ideas coming at me at the same time. Let's just go down this road and see where it takes us, and see what we can do about that later. See if there's a better way to do it later. Let's see. That would be fed most likely from that side. And if you fed in and you fed in directly, we would still need a line of low-density structures coming in. We'd still need an input line and an output line. You have 4 things coming in. So you would need 2 belts over there. And, oh, that's going to be... transport belts. Is that half? A little, oh, that's, we're going to call that a full belt and a half belt-ish. So if we ran a belt like that... And if we ran a belt like that... So what my thought is here is the problem you have with blues, or the problem that I've had in the blues, is getting them in the machine fast enough. They take 10 seconds to craft, and we need 20 of them. So we basically need 2 a second getting in that machine. So that's why, I mean, maybe a fast inserter could do it, but I kind of feel like I need to double that up a little bit. And if we put 2 fast inserters there, then that is not enough to get... I mean, I guess we could do like a long-handed inserter, like maybe there. And do something like that. No, that's silly. We would have to do... We would have to do that every single one and then have that right there. But that makes it where that belt needs to be out there, and that's just ridiculous. Like nothing in this factory is ridiculous. That was my thought with putting it over there, is that we could put that on the inside there and have the red circuits come in through here. Actually, if we lined these up in such a way, or you are going that way, off of that, and my thought here is that you still need an input and an output. So if we made like that the input, and that the output, that could line up right. No, it would have to be opposite. That would go there, and then we'd have those right there, and then those right there, and the science could come out like that. And then out into the wilderness. And we'd have to line something like that up here as well. So in that right there. Like that. And run our low density structures down that line right there. You just need half a belt of those. All right, I don't hate this. I don't hate this, but let's grab it. That would mean that it would have to go like right there. We have robots. I don't have a way to make modular armor because I haven't researched that far yet. And I don't know if we have enough red circuits to make a roboport or 7. I will look at that in between episodes. I got distracted by the 235 situation. All right, let's see. Another way we might be able to do this is if we put you there. You there, and we made you a blue circuit maker, and you a one of those makers. I don't think that gives us enough room over here to run belts. Let's just toy with this concept here. You're still going to need 2 belts coming in. That one is going to have to be green circuits. Do you require green circuits? Well, that's convenient. But I bet if we were to select... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Both of you together, that's still less than a full belt of green. All right, so that could potentially work. So that's your green circuits. We could run a line of red circuits coming this way. Now, you don't need red circuits, but you need other things. So we could run steel or batteries or engines off of that line as well, because you don't need more than one line of that. So then we just need one more belt that we could put right there. And then we need another belt that we could put right there. We're out of undergrounds. And we're done with science stuff. Do I want to go for modular armor? How far are we from that? That is right there. We would need just armor and modular armor. We don't need... Oh, we can get power armor without researching military? Is that correct? We'll do that, man. What do you been thinking? For some reason, I had it in my mind that we needed is one of the components? No, it's just electric engine units, processing units, and steel plate. All right, do that, man. What are you even waiting for? Yeah, get that too. Batteries, yes, have some. Portable solar panels. We're already doing that. Where's the personal robo port? That. Yeah, we can do all these things. You know what I've been thinking there. All right, low density structures coming like that. And then, I mean, technically you could output like that, right? Okay, let's double check our work here. This would be a pure line of green circuits coming in. Can we mark that? That would be handy. That's our green line coming in. And you're feeding that, and you're feeding that. We needed like 0.79 belts, so we need to keep that guy full. But other than that, I believe that's looking pretty good. And this one right here is going to be a line of red circuits and something else. Either engines or batteries or steel plates. I'm kind of tempted to say steel just because I have it in my inventory right here. All right, this is going to be a line of low-density structures, and I don't have any of those on me, but it's something to remember, and that's all of our ingredients we need to make that. So all we would need then is batteries and engines. Require one electric engine. 20 seconds. Yeah, it totally doesn't matter where that goes. So that would go right there. And then we'd have a sulfuric acid line coming out like that. I kind of like this better. I don't know, it feels cooler. I'm gonna blueprint this just so I can have something to keep in my inventory for a long time. And I think I'm gonna go with this idea down here at the bottom. Hi guys. What you doing? Huh. I guess they were probably doing the deconstruction thing. Here, I'll put that there for you. Oh, we don't have it in range. Does that need to be in logistic range for construction robots to use it? Okay. Boy, you guys move slow. All right, yeah, we need to do something about that now that we kind of have a surplus of red circuits lying about. All right, and we will get on that as soon as we get this sucker placed here. So, yeah, you will go. Let's see. Let's line it up with that one. 1, 2. Well, nope. Let's go ahead and fix this first. I could have flailed that faster. This way, and what I mean by fix is that you are going to output definitely. That is going to come up right through there. This one is actually going to go the other way. That can technically stop there, but to make it tileable, I'm going to make it continue on. We want to pull from the inside. Drop, I don't know is important, but pulling with the flow on the pulling from the upstream is the way you want to go there. Otherwise, it confuses the inserters. We learned that in the sushification series, or the sushi belt series. All right, that looks good to me. Can we do this all with minimal power poles? We're going to need 2. I'm good with that. And you guys are actually going to go this way instead. So any reason not to make that as close as possible? None that I can think of. Two, 3, 4. Well, actually, those belts may end up running this way. I've lost count. Is that 4, 5, 6, 7? Look at that. I planned that. That was the way that was supposed to go. All right, this will be fun if it works. It's a fun little. I like making fun little setups like this. It's so easy to get into a rut in this game of just playing laying out the exact same design every single time. And I feel like I've tried to vary that up in my series, even though I don't even know how many Factorio series I have on the channel right now. It's over 3. I know that. Probably less than 100. But somewhere in between there, somewhere in between that range. I just wanted to take a peek here at power and just make sure everything here is looking okay. Everything's smoking. Smoking. And I mean, there have been a couple of times I know that I've been guilty of kind of doing the same thing over and over. I feel that as well. What's going on with copper here? I feel like I checked these. Apparently, I didn't check them very well. Actually, I don't know that I actually checked these at all. All right, that's all going. I came over here for a reason. It was probably a good one. I think it was probably to get more stuff. And oh, it was to get some red circuits. Let's see. You are mainly going to be idle most of your days. Let us grab a steel chest and one of these guys. I do want to limit that, but I also want to put another condition as well over here. All right, let's reevaluate this here. I want that coming in to here because I want to read if there are any red circuits on that belt. So I want to take the amount of red circuits coming in, and I want to add 0 to that, and I want to output that as some signal A. I want you to read the belt contents, and I want you to hold it. All right, and then I want... let's see, if I divide that by that, that'll give me 1, unless there's none, and then that'll give me 0. Or I could just say if that is greater than 0, do that. That's fine. Either way, it would work. Because yeah, I want that normalized down to a signal of 1A coming in. I want it to a yes/no question. I have red circuits right there, and this one, I want to read the contents of this chest. And then I want an inserter that is coming off of this combinator. And I want you on when A is equal let's see, red circuits less than 50. I realized that I could just limit the chest. I do know that. Let's just throw some logic out here. A less than 50, I want that to come out. So condition 1 is that I have circuits down here, and if I have circuits down there, that's going to send out an A signal. Then condition 2 is that I have less than, let's go a little bit more. Let's go like 100. I have less than 100 red circuits in there, and if that's true, I want that to go out. Let's see, that is hooked up to the right spot. Yes. And when A equals 2, I want you to be enabled. So that if we run out of red circuits down here, that's going to turn off this thing. He's no longer going to buffer them. And if I get more than 100 in here, then he's going to turn off as well. So if both of those conditions are true, then this guy's going to stop buffering red circuits. And, you know, at the rate you're coming in, we'll save power where we can. Wait a minute. That needs to be a filter. Sorry. You're filtering on that when A is equal to 2. All right, really complex and convoluted way to do something very simple. But now we should be able to make some roboports and make our robot aspirations a reality. Okay, we can make 4 roboports. I say we make 4 roboports. What's our limiting factor there? Advanced circuits. Go figure. Well, 4 should be enough to get us started. Let's throw some of these guys down. Provider, 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 provider. Let's see, we don't need one on there. We probably are done. No, we're not done with furnaces. All right, let's see if we can make this work. All of those need to be in a range. That'll cover you. We've already got a roboport here. We can put one down there. That's nice. All right, and does that put everything here in construction range? It does. All right, so we can just wait, and our robots will build that. Very, very slowly, but they will build it. All right, let's see. I wanted to check this. Look at that. We got 2 of them. All right, something has transpired here. That makes me very happy. We've also got our personal roboports. Logistics chest, none of those things we can do. We're kind of back to ground zero, eh? All right, well, we'll do mining speed. Personal battery Mark II, sure, why not? Substations. All right, and yeah, just research stuff. All right, so that gives us 2 there. And that gives us 7 here. So we have 9 all day. And you owe me about 8 of them. So get on that. All right, well, we at least started. We got a robot empire somewhat started. We got yellow stuff started here. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. That can end right there. What was this? This is something that we don't know which way those are going to come from yet. It could be from either way. Yeah. So we'll get that figured out later. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.